First up on the show, well, it's day 3 of our continuous coverage of the Israel war, with Israel declaring a complete siege of the rebel-held areas and its defense minister ordering the cutting off of Gaza's electricity, food, fuel and water supplies. The massive retaliation comes 48 hours after Hamas launched a surprise assault that has left hundreds dead.
אנחנו מטילים מצור מוחלט על העיר עזה. אין חשמל, אין מזון, אין מים, אין דלק. הכל סגור. אנחנו נלחמים בחיות אדם ואנחנו נוהגים בהתאם.
While Israel has said that it has taken control of all communities around Gaza, Hamas on Monday said it fired rockets towards 4 Israeli cities in response to the strikes in Gaza. And in the latest, Israeli forces have said they have hit over 800 targets in Gaza overnight. The IDF also carried out at least 4 air attack waves in the Gaza Strip. The IDF spokesperson further added that between 50 to 60 fighter jets participated in each attack wave. The Israeli military also has amassed 100,000 reserve troops near Gaza. The troops, they say, will make sure that Hamas will not be able to govern the Gaza Strip, hinting at a possible full-blown invasion of Gaza. The deployment and the development came in as Israelis were hunting down the latest Palestinian fighters who have infiltrated southern Israel. Hamas, on the other hand, has criticized the US for sending a naval strike group near Israeli waters, calling it an act of aggression against the people of Palestine. President Joe Biden ordered US warships, including an aircraft carrier, to move closer to Israel in a show of support while sending Israel military aid. Israeli authorities have confirmed 700 deaths, including at least 260 bodies that have been recovered from a musical festival site. On the other hand, Gaza officials have reported at least 400 deaths. Multiple foreign nationals have also been reported dead. 10 Nepal students have been killed. The Thailand government says 12 of its citizens have been killed, along with citizens from France, Cambodia, Thailand, Ukraine and the UK. An unspecified number of Americans have also been killed. Mexico stated at least 2 of its citizens are thought to have been captured. The Hamas launched a multi-pronged attack on Israel from air, land, sea on Saturday. The fighters left a trail of dead bodies on Israeli streets as they roamed at will, killing and taking hostages. With an eye on bargains, over 100 Israelis have also been taken hostage. Many in Gaza celebrated the surprise attack on Israel, while Tel Aviv vowed mighty vengeance. Israel also came under attack from the north. Hezbollah, a powerful armed party backed by Iran, that launched guided rockets and artillery onto 3 posts in the Sheba Farm areas in solidarity with Palestinian people.
Regrettably, history for some media and politicians start when Israelis are killed. Our people have endured one deadly year after another. We chose the peaceful path to achieve our rights, but Israel continued using blunt force against Palestinian lives and Palestinian rights. Israel cannot wage a full-scale war on a nation, its people, its land, its holy sites, and expect peace in exchange.
New Delhi, along with many Western capitals, have dubbed Hamas actions as terrorist attack. Meanwhile, Israel's foes, including Iran, have hailed the militant group, even as anti-Israel protests have flared up in Iraq, Pakistan, Turkey and some other nations. The October 8th strike came half a century after the outbreak of the 1973 Yom Kippur War in Israel. Analysts are flagging intelligence gaps which undermined what was thought to be an aggressive and successful layered approach towards Gaza by Israel. And our correspondent Jody Cohen is now live with us from Israel for the very latest on this. She also came amid rocket fire from Gaza, well, a few hours ago. And, Jody, what's the latest on the ground, even as we now know that the defense minister has said that the Gaza Strip is under complete siege, cutting off electricity, food, fuel supplies. What's happening on the ground?
Yeah, absolutely. So Israel has cut the transfer of electricity, water, fuel and goods from Israel into Gaza in an attempt to limit Hamas's capacity to strike Israel and also to put pressure on Hamas and Islamic Jihad to return the hostages. Now this afternoon, as you saw earlier, there was a large-scale rocket attack from Hamas into the south and centre of the country, including in Ra'anana, in Tel Aviv, by the airport, and we're hearing reports that different countries are trying to get their nationals out, and also in Jerusalem where the holy sites are. There's also been rockets this afternoon from Hezbollah into northern Israel, and this just happened right after my last report. I ran to the community bunker, as you saw. I had 90 seconds to get there, but people closer to the border have as little as a few seconds to get to shelter. Now, close to 900 Israeli civilians have been killed, mostly by Hamas infiltrators into Israel. Hamas is trying to get more militia in, and those who went back to Gaza took with them 130 hostages, mostly Israelis, but also from Asia, North and South America and Europe. And we're hearing reports of at least nine Americans killed. There are also reports of Qatar and Egypt potentially trying to mediate. And also in the latest, Hezbollah have reportedly infiltrated from Lebanon into the north of the country.
Right. Jody, very briefly then, what sort of military response also are we looking at this moment going forward?
So we know that the IDF says it's regained control of all the communities near the border, and Hamas militia is still inside Israel and clashes are ongoing. You might hear planes at any point overhead. That's because in response to the rockets from Gaza, Israel is targeting Hamas and Islamic Jihad sites like war rooms and buildings containing Hamas assets. Hamas says that 500 Palestinians have been killed. The IDF says that more than 400 of those were Hamas militia, and is warning Palestinian civilians in particular areas to take shelter before they're striking. And we know that over 120,000 Palestinian civilians have left their home. We're also hearing that the US has deployed aircraft carrier planes and ships to the region, is sending further munitions to Israel, and Hezbollah has threatened to attack US positions in West Asia if the US intervenes directly.
Right, Jody. Thanks very much indeed for joining us with the very latest there. We will keep coming back to you for more updates from Israel.